We are live at the 2021 Olympia, and I'm sandwiched in between two fitness sandwiched in between two fitness Olympians. Four-time fitness Olympia Oksana Grishina. Did I say that right? Grishina. Oh, she's gonna kick my ass. And two-time Miss Olympia, Fitness Olympia Whitney Jones.
Hello.
Ladies, what can we expect from you on the Olympia stage?
Well, fitness is always entertaining part, the most entertaining part. So guys, just make sure, see tomorrow fitness and support each athlete because we all work so hard and fitness is a tough division. So, and you expect this rock.
Explosive, high-flying, high-energy, stuff you've never seen. I mean, at this elite level, let's be honest, we got to bring some crazy tricks, and it's all about performance, the wow factor, and some of these routines are off the chart. So it's definitely going to wow them.
Well, both of you ladies have phenomenal routines always.
Oh, thank you.
So, who is going to win the best routine here?
No,
ladies, easy, okay? So save that for tomorrow, okay?
Okay. We'll be good tonight.
Now, who do you work for with your prep and everything? And how long did it take you to do your routine? Because it's usually, 8 months sometimes for your routine?
Well, this routine is, gosh, it takes so much time for me to put pieces all together because this one is kind of, it's for educated for people, because they can see this routine and they may think about themselves, about their stories, So all pieces, it was difficult to get this routine together. But I'm happy what I have, and I just can't wait to share, guys, with you this fun routine. I just want to have fun. I want you to have fun with me and enjoy fitness.
Now, your Joker routine at the Arnold was off the chart. It was very good. We're not going to be seeing that at the Olympia, right? Are you seeing that at the Olympia?
I'm not that extraordinary to set up routine new routine for to fix. I'm so sorry. So definitely you're gonna see this Joker routine because it's, I think, one of my favorite, and I didn't expect people favorites now. So and to try, and now some things to make it perfect.
Well, let me tell you guys, her routine is off the charts. You are going to be wowed.
I didn't get to compete at the Arnold, so mine is still a surprise.
Gosh.
It is, yes. I keep things under wraps. I don't even tell, people in my gym that train the clients, they don't even get to see it. Some of my best friends. I love the element of seeing it on the big stage, under the lights, costume, hair, like that. I just got chills. I mean, the moment that you hit that stage on a show like this, Olympia, the surprise element is legit. And that's what I'm bringing.
We were very devastated when you could not compete at the Arnold.
Yes.
What was running, I know I saw your video, but what was running through your mind when you found out at that moment, I'm not going to be able to compete?
Honestly, I thought it was a joke. I thought somebody was kind of just playing around because I'm into shenanigans. I get it. I didn't think it was real. I was shocked, devastated when it finally sunk in. Like, oh my gosh, I'm here in Columbus, ready to go. Athletes meeting is coming. I really can't compete. I wasn't sick. Tested negative before I left. Tested negative after.
For us, because we lost amazing competitor, the best competitor who we can be against to. I mean, I was like upset.
First people to text, and it's like we're friends. Our division is very close knit, and it was shocking. I didn't even have the energy to even tell anyone yet until I didn't show up at the athletes meeting, and people were like, wait. And, it's just unfortunate. I got home. I was still negative, never had symptoms. I think it had to just been a false positive. But, I can only control what I can control. And for me, that was something out of my hands. I don't know why it happened, but things happen for a reason.
You're here now.
Here, yes. So my focus.
Enough time in my days, but I'm striving to get closer to my goals. I'll let you choose. It takes proper nutrition, focus, and discipline. I'm building, so I'm up early. I'm eating right, putting in the work.
The pro debut of my machine.
Trifecta is my ritual. Build yours. I'm
I am the most luckiest girl at the world. By the way, welcome to the 2021 Olympia. I am with the most beautiful girl in the world, the queen of wellness, the Puerto Rican princess or Puerto Rican queen, Yarisha. I know I just messed it up. Yarisha Ayala. How are you, honey?
Oh my God, I'm so happy to be here with you. You know, my good friend, and excited for tomorrow. And I think I know sleep today.
Yeah, sleep today, and you look fabulous. Oh, by the way, I've been watching your massage videos. Your girl does a wonder. Does that hurt?
A little bit, yeah. But yes, but you know, it's
Is
good.
that the secret to how you got the tiny waist?
Yes, it's a good secret. But yeah, it's hard.
Let's talk about the press conference today.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lord. This girl, what was going through your mind? You just owned that mic.
Yes, I think so. No, just
We're talking about Brazil.
yes, because I thankful because I know wellness star in Brazil. But yeah, I want to be the face of wellness. I go here to win the first Wellness Pro Olympia. So
The first Puerto Rican.
yes.
Well, tell us, why is that so important? Because again, I mean, the girls are like, oh, I'm going to win Brazil.
Yes. I think Brazil is Brazil, but now I am in US. Wellness is here, so it's a new category, a new criteria. So I think I born for wellness. So yeah, I bring my best package for tomorrow. I focus very hard in the points I talk with the judges. So I bring my best package to win the Wellness Olympia.
Well, I'm going to say it here. I've been saying it over and over again. You're my prediction to win the 2021 first ever Wellness Olympia.
Oh, thank you so much. I know it's a battle tomorrow, but I'm ready for everything. I prepare myself for this, for the long battle in the stage. So yeah, I can't wait for tomorrow, and thank you so much for the support, for believing me.
Always.
To all my fans for motivate me every day. This is for you guys, so I can't wait to be on stage tomorrow.
So pretty much no one stands a chance next to Yarishna tomorrow. And let me just ask this. What did you and your husband do to prepare for this?
Oh my God, I doing everything, but I think the most important is love this. I love training. I love this sport. I love motivate other people. And the most important, follow the feedback for the judges. Because sometimes you compete and go to check what is the feedback, what I need to win to bring my best package. And I'm so happy because when I finish New York Pro, I talk with the judges and tell me a feedback. And when I see in Pittsburgh, tell me, oh my God, Yarishna, you really work on this point, and I'm so proud of that because I think this is the most important. So I'm really excited and happy to be on the best stage in the world tomorrow.
All right, I'm going to ask you this. The color yellow, what does that mean to you?
Oh my God, everything. Because when I start in bikini, I start with yellow bikini. And I think, I don't know, I have something with the yellow bikini. And I bring my yellow bikini tomorrow. So
That's the winning bikini, isn't it?
yes, I think this is the winning bikini. And nobody used the yellow. I don't know why.
Because it's your color, that's why. Is there anything you want to say to your friends out there, your husband, your family?
Oh, thank you so much to God first, because everything is possible with him. To my husband for support me every day, for motivating me, for believing me. To my family, all my fans, thank you so much for the support. Always, always. This is for you guys, and thank you. You, everybody.
Now, a lot of people don't know this, but we do. You were the salsa queen. Give us a little salsa dance. Is that even possible?
Yeah, it's
All right. You're going to break the camera. Look at that. She's gorgeous. I am rooting for you. The 2021 Wellness Miss Olympia right here.
Thank you so much, guys, and thank you for the super, and thank you, my queen. I'm so happy to be here. So,
Can you tell them thank you in Spanish?
muchas gracias a todos, a los latinos que están aquí mirando eso. Gracias por apoyarme. De verdad que no tengo palabras para expresar lo que siento al estar aquí representándolo. Gracias a mi Puerto Rico hermoso. Los amo. Y esto es por ustedes.
Thank you so much, Sarishna. See ya, honey. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I'm on the hustle. It seems like there's never enough time in my days, but I'm striving to get closer to my goals. I'll let you choose. It takes proper nutrition, focus, and discipline. I'm building, so I'm a burden. I'm eating right, but eating good work.
The pro debut of Mike Machine.
Trifecta is my ritual. Build yours.
Hey, this is John Hansen at the 2021 Meet the Olympians, and we're here with Dr. Sonny Andrews, one of the top stars going into the new Wellness Olympia division. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing good. Thank you so much for the introduction. Really excited to be here.
Yeah. Now, you're one of the most popular stars, I think, going into this Wellness division. I follow you on Instagram. How do you feel going into the Olympia this year?
Thank you. I don't know if that's true. There's some really big names here, so I feel very honored to be part of this whole lineup. But I feel really good. Excited. I had a nice long prep in between my last show, which was at the end of May, all the way to now. So I had some time to really build my physique and kind of come into it comfortably. It's always the best way to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, were you in any other divisions before you got into Wellness?
No, so I got my pro card in Wellness in October, actually in Orlando, right here. Yeah,
That's a good sign.
Yeah, just in last December, so was not too long ago, and that was the first division that I did.
Wow, okay. So how long you been weight training?
About 7 years. Yeah.
So tell me about your doctor thing. This is something that not many people have. You're an actual doctor. You're just not using that title, right?
Yeah, I'm a medical doctor. Actually, I started weight training in medical school. I used to be a long distance runner. I played soccer in college, and then I needed an outlet that was athletic while I was in school. And I went to school in the Caribbean. And the lifestyle there was kind of like eating food and lifting weights.
Right.
So
they like the rice out there, right?
And I got into it then, and it just became a very symbiotic relationship between studying and training and school. So I didn't really know how to do one without the other. So yeah, they complemented one another all the way now into my career.
Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. So now with Wellness, you're focusing on your legs and your glutes. What kind of training are you doing for that?
Well, I do a lot of high volume training. I do in my off season, I do like to rotate in some really heavy lifts, but usually I'll do just about like a 3 to 4 week bulk like that. But most of the time I'm thinking about longevity in the sport and like optimizing my hypertrophy. So I like to do high volume, which means I'll hit legs 3 to 4 times a week. Yeah, I really do hit my glutes though, like 4 times a week. And I find that, and I've been doing that since about 7-8 years. And that really builds them up.
That's interesting. So are your legs sore? I mean, are you training heavy on your sessions or alternating it?
They get sore, so I make my own training and I change it every 4 weeks. So usually the first 2 weeks of a new training protocol, I'll be very sore, and then like I'm not sore as much anymore. I like to try and not be too sore so that I can train hard the next time though.
That's interesting. So you did your pro card, and you got your pro card in December. What shows did you do this year? Like what pro shows?
I did the Pittsburgh Pro, which was awesome. And I think JM just said that there was like 15, I think he said, girls that did that show that qualified for Olympia. So definitely a very competitive show.
How did you place there?
I got 4th there. Yeah, and then I did the New York Pro 2 weeks later down in Tampa. And that was a great show, and I got 5th there. And then I did the 2 weeks later, I did the Milwaukee Pro and got second there and qualified.
So what did you learn from doing all these shows? Because you're kind of new to the competitive scene, right? Yeah.
I learned that posing is crucial. I needed to not just come up with my own posing routine, I needed some help. And there's been such wonderful people that I've been working with that have helped me with that. So that's going to be a big difference for me coming into this show. My posing from the Pittsburgh Pro to Milwaukee Pro was like night and day. So all summer long I've been working on it too. But so I learned that, and then I also learned that it's very important to have some time in between your shows if you want to work on a weakness. If I had wanted to compete all throughout the summer because I love competing, and it was really hard for me to just like have a talk with myself and decide, all right, you know, if you're gonna come in better, you're gonna have to take time off and, you know, train that way. So I did, but yeah, time off and posing.
What did you work on during your like extended break, your off season?
I worked on my outer quad sweep. That was my one thing that I really wanted to improve on. I have very like muscular legs just genetically and through soccer, but I wanted to change the shape. So the way that I did that was a lot of one-legged leg extensions. I wanted to build up my hamstrings as well, but to change the specific shape of my legs, I had to do some weird angles and try and do one-legged exercises.
That's interesting. So did you like turn your feet out or something?
Yeah, actually I did do that. I would put my toe like that to do one-legged extensions.
All right, we're getting some good training knowledge there, right? So now this is the first Wellness Olympia. How do you think your chances are? I mean, what are your goals for this first one?
Well, in terms of how I'm going to compete against everyone else, I can't really speak to that because there's a lot of people I've never stepped on stage with before. In terms of the other people that are ranked to do very well, I've been neck and neck with them, so I hope that it stays that way. It's an honor to be up there amongst those, you know, top girls. But then the real competition is against myself, and I know that for sure I'm going to come in with a better package. So that's why, like, I'm very calm and excited to do these shows because especially this show, because I know that I'm proud of myself already, so I can go on stage and just, you know, give it my best.
Yeah. You seem like you're calm, but I guess when you're ready, you know you're ready, so there's nothing to be nervous about, right?
Nothing I can change right now. Just getting a good night's sleep at this point.
Right.
I'm getting my tan.
Well, listen, we wish you the best of luck, and congratulations on making the very first the Wellness Olympia, and congratulations on that, and we wish you the best, Dr. Sonny Andrews.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
For Dr. Sonny Andrews, this is John Hansen at the Meet the Olympians 2021. Hi, this is John Hansen. We are at the 2021 Meet the Olympians. I'm here with Dennis James, former champion pro bodybuilder, and now the coach of Big Ramy. How you doing, DJ?
I'm awesome, bro. This is another weekend that I was looking forward to, and I can believe I'm all here, and it's happening. It's happening.
I know, it happened so fast, didn't it?
It happens really fast, and you know what? I can't wait for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's just one more night, and it's all here.
Yeah. Well, give us the inside scoop now. You've been, last year you started working with Big Ramy. He came in, I don't know how many weeks it was before the show, and came into Arizona, and you were training him. You kept his nose to the grindstone, kept him on the diet, and particularly you really helped him with the posing. You really put him through the paces, and that really made the difference last year because he came out, he was the big winner. So what's going on this year? What can you tell us? How's it been going for your training with him this year?
Yeah, last year he came out 3 weeks out. So we were basically at my house for 2 weeks, and then we came to Orlando for 2.5 weeks, and then 6 days in Orlando. And this year he came out almost 6 weeks out. So we had more time to work to make it even better, to make it more comfortable with the posing. We posed every single day. We not only trained, we did the cardio twice a day. We posed several times a day, and it was like a routine. Every morning he got up, He knew he had to pose before. I mean, he does his cardio, and before he eats breakfast, he has to pose.
Yeah.
So that was a routine, and we kept that up until today.
Wow.
So we were training this morning.
Wow.
I said, we're going to the Olympia, but you know how we used to act, 3 days out, you stop training, you're just in the room, and all you have is time to think about what if it goes wrong. I said, we're not changing anything. We'll keep going. The same thing we were doing. We trained every day we were here. He was doing his cardio, and everything's basically the same. And tomorrow is just a day off.
Yeah.
So, and I got to say, he is very well prepared. I believe that he's bringing a better package. He's just overall, I think, a better bodybuilder tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched the press conference today, and I think him more than anyone, really, you could tell he had that confidence, and he just knew he was ready. It was interesting watching that press conference today because you could tell the attitude on some of the people from all the different divisions, and you can really kind of tell the ones that are ready and the ones that aren't. And Ramy just went up there. He just seemed very relaxed because he kind of knew that he was ready.
Yeah, I mean, when you do this every day, for such a long time, then he's been ready. He's been ready for weeks actually, and see how his body is still changing right now in the last couple of days. It's just unbelievable. And sometimes you know how it is when you see someone every day, you start to get used to looking at him.
Yeah.
And you're starting to get used to the size. I'm not overwhelmed, but it's still, he surprises me every time with something that I was like, damn. And I told him a couple of times, I said, I really wish I would have looked like you right now back in my days. Yeah. And unfortunately it never happened. But yes, he's in a very good place. He's safe. He feels comfortable. He feels that he's ready, and I think nothing can stop him tomorrow. So whatever happens on stage, that's up to the judges. Yeah. So I'm not saying he's 100% winning the show because I believe he is, but I won't say it because I don't want to jinx it.
Right.
But all I'm saying is that whatever it is that happens, he can say that he didn't leave any stones unturned.
Right. Now, he was a convincing winner last year. What did you guys feel that he needed to work on for this year?
Well, the thing for last year was, he wasn't even 100%, but he was a much better Ramy than, when he usually steps on stage. So, from my thing was, there's so much room for improvement, especially back, certain body parts, but condition can be much more improved. Yeah. And I think that's what happened. Okay. The condition is improved. I think the muscle maturity is starting to come through. Yeah. Because he's only been working out for like 11 years. Wow. So keep in mind, he started training 11 years ago. He's been on the Olympia stage 7 times, won the Olympia in the meantime. Yeah. So, other people, they train for 15, 20 years and never get to that point. There, right. So he's still maturing every year. Yeah. And you can see his body changing. Yeah,
that's amazing. He's such a fast responder, and he's such a genetic freak.
Unbelievable. And people, when they see him also in off season at 350-something pounds, they think he's got to be a huge eater, but he's not. Yeah. He eats 6 meals a day, and the meals are, I'm talking 8 ounces of meat and a cup and a half of rice, and he grows.
Wow, just a genetic freak. So the thing that as we mentioned before, the thing that really separated him last year was the posing. And was this something that you learned, Dennis, when you were in competition, back 15, 20 years ago?
No, absolutely not. Is this something that I regret that I didn't do? Okay. Because I realized how important it is. And I wish if I could turn back the time, that's exactly what I would do, because that win shows, because people don't understand. You get hard from dieting, cardio, and training, but that fine detail in certain body parts, certain tie-ins, comes with posing. Holding the shots, it brings out some separation that you can't get with weights. Yeah. And that's the difference. And then if you can stand there and hold the pose, and my goal and my thing is be the first one in there and the last one out, which means as soon as the Steve calls the pose, hit the shot. Don't try to find a way to make it look nice. Get into that shot and don't move until he calls the next pose. That's the thing.
Yeah. I remember that mantra from last year. First one in, last one out.
Yeah, it's a goal again for this year.
That made the difference.
So we pose him 10, 15 seconds each pose, hold it, and he's not even breathing.
Yeah. I saw you a couple weeks ago at the Arnold Classic, and Arnold was complaining about that, saying a lot of the bodybuilders aren't holding their poses. Yeah, true, yeah. And I think it's just something that people understand when they saw yesterday. I think it played a huge part in Ramy's win. Yeah. He was in shape, but if you're in shape, and you start fading because you're not ready, then all your condition is going to hell, and it's not helping you. So, and I think a lot of people will see,
took a little page out of the book from last year and paid more attention to at least the mandatory poses. We know they don't judge the posing round, but the mandatory poses, this is where it's happening.
And that's where it all happens.
Exactly.
Well, Dennis, I appreciate your time here with us.
Man, thank you.
And I wish you the best of luck. You and Ramy, the best of luck this year. And I think it's all going to go great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Keep doing a good job.
All right, thanks, man. Hi, this is John Hansen with Isabel Terrell. We are at the Meet the Olympians 2021. We are here with Mr. Chris Bumstead, Classic Physique Olympia champion 2 times in a row and going for his 3rd. Chris, how you feeling?
I feel good, really good. You know, it's a long week. These days are long, ready to put my feet up and sleep, but I'm feeling ready to lock it down on Saturday. Yeah.
Well, judging by the crowd here, we could tell you're one of the most popular bodybuilders here.
It's crazy, yeah. It's really cool being here now for like my 5th year at an Olympia, and the crowd change, the support that has grown over the years has been amazing, and I'm just super grateful here to be here, be a part of it, and just enjoying the moment, yeah.
Well, you seem to be the classic example of the classic physique. I mean, it seems like you're the standard bearer. It seems like you're the kind of physique that they're looking for. What was your game plan going in this year? Because last year was such a great convincing win. I mean, it wasn't even really close.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing every year. As a champ, I got a lot of targets on my back, but I'm just looking forward. I'm not looking at anyone else's back. I'm looking at beating myself last year and being a better version of myself. And I know I'm young and I have a lot of room for improvement. And I made a lot of improvements last year. I made more this year and I'll make more next year. So I'm excited, yeah.
It's got to be hard being the returning champion because, like you said, everybody's looking at you as you're the guy and everybody's trying to dethrone you. It's almost easier to be the underdog. So as a younger guy, I really respect, how you're handling it all because you seem like you're really cool, you're really calm, and you got everything together.
For sure, yeah. I mean, it's one of those things where it's a lot of pressure, but most of the pressure that comes from myself. Yeah. I expect a lot of myself. I want to be the best, set the standard of what classic physique division is and what it's to become. And with that, it's like the responsibility that I'm grateful to have, and I'm just enjoying it while I'm here because someone will step in my position eventually. It won't be me, and I just want to enjoy the time while I'm here.
Yeah, that's it. That's enjoying the time while you're here, right? Do you have anybody that you look up to? I mean, I know you got a great support system. Was there anybody that came before you that you kind of want to role model yourself after them?
Not too specifically, no. There's people in my life, like my father, who is a role model for me my whole life. It's more of a mindset and a way people carry themselves that I really admire, as opposed to what people have accomplished. I'm more proud of who I am as a man, of what I've accomplished, and so my role models are people as such as well.
Yeah. Isabel, do you have any questions for Chris?
I do, indeed. Let's talk about the press conference. Okay, you got Breon and you got Terrence. They're wanting your title. Are they going to take it? Is Breon going to come in and take it?
I mean, the press conference showed it. It was Terrence and Breon battling for 2nd place, and then I'm here for 1st, so they keep doing that.
Yo, who made your suit?
Who made my suit? Mark Russell. Beautiful suit.
Man!
It made in 4 days, too. I got measured 4 days ago, and he brought it to Orlando. Dropped it off the night before.
You are so fly, walking in like, yeah, I own this place.
You gotta look good. Feel good, look good, play good.
You're the best dressed person in that freaking whole freaking place.
I'm trying.
All right, Chris, so you are definitely going to come in for a 3rd time. That's what we're wanting to hear. And still, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Who is your biggest role model right now?
I mean, like I said to him, my role model's mainly always been my father. There's men who just hold themselves to a high character, a high standard of being a good man, and that's who I look up to. And keeping a calm, level mindset, kind, humble person is who I want to be. And the champion that I want to become is my own person. So I'm working on that.
Oh, you're just such a great guy. Now, Ian is your coach, right?
Yeah.
So what did you guys, what was the attack going into this in the last 2 weeks?
I mean, the last 2 weeks it was just, he was like, how you feeling? My weight was being stubborn and we were pushing really hard. He's like, how you feeling? I was like, I can push harder. He's like, yeah, let's push harder. And he said, how you feeling? I'm like, I can push harder. He's like, yeah, let's push harder. So for the last few weeks, it's just been absolute suffering. I've been a zombie, but it's paid off. And I had a morning the other day where I looked at a video and I shocked myself. I was like, holy shit, is that me in the video? And when you see that and everything comes together and you know the suffering was worth it, it just creates this like peace over you, and I'm just calm and excited to show it off on Saturday.
Now your poses are beautiful, obviously. How long do you work on that?
In the past, it's been like every single day, but it's honestly been less in the last few years. It's something once you gotta get the rhythm and the confidence in your body, it just sticks. So I do maybe 15-20 minutes a day now.
Are we going to see a teaser video of you before the Olympia?
Absolutely not. No.
Oh, now, what did you think of Breon putting his shirt on your shoulder like that?
Breon,
he's trying to own it.
Breon's always trying to own it. He's trying to prove himself. He's trying to show something off. He's always got something to prove. You know, I do it on stage. He can do it wherever he wants.
Your body speaks for itself. I mean, listen. I mean, you are Chris Bumstead, the third time Mr. Classic Physique Olympia. John, is there anything else you want to add?
Chris, when I interviewed you last year, you said you had 10 more pounds, right, to go to the limit. Is your weight up this year?
It is, yeah. Last year I weighed in at 231. I was 237.5 this year, so yeah, decent amount.
6.5 pounds.
Yeah, so it's a good year for sure. Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best, Chris. We don't want to keep you. I know you got a lot going on. And we wish you the best at the Classic Olympia this year, going for number 3. How many do you think you want to win? Do you know?
I'm just focused on the next one right now, and after that, the next one, and we'll just go from there. Yeah.
Can I add in here that you guys can't see it out there? This has the longest line in this whole place. I mean, everybody's crowding us right now, so I feel for you. If you need a bodyguard, I'm your girl going into this crowd.
It's all good. I wish we could do these meet and greets sometimes, like a second one after, when I have more energy, because like being here and seeing these people face to face is different than what we see on the internet. You know, the Instagram comments and everything is amazing, but being able to meet people is like, holy shit, this is real. These people care, and the support is something I'm so grateful for, and I would love to be able to meet them all.
I want to add in something. So I want to tell you thank you for what you did for your fans. You went around to their houses and you delivered, what was that, a poster of you?
Yeah.
That was very sweet of you to do that.
I get so much support, you know, and like, we're selling pictures and people are just excited to get a picture. The least I could do is if I could hand it to them in person, I would do it to everyone if I could. But
God bless you for who you are. You're such a great ambassador of the sport.
You're welcome. It.
That's awesome, Chris. All right, for Isabel Terrell and Chris Bumstead going for number 3, this is John Hansen to Meet the Olympians.
the hustle. It seems like there's never enough time in my days, but I'm striving to get closer to my goal. I'll let you choose. It takes proper nutrition, focus, and discipline. I'm building, so I'm up early. I'm eating right, putting in the work.
The pro debut of my machine.
Trifecta is my ritual. Build yours.
This is John Hansen at the 2021 Meet the Olympians Expo, and I have a pleasure to be here with the legendary Lee Labrada. Lee, how you doing?
Good to see you, John. It's great to be here.
Great to see you too. Well, Lee, another Olympia. God, you've competed in this contest how many years ago? It was 1987 was your first one, right?
1987 was the first one, and I want to say 93, 94, 93 I think was the last one, yeah. Yeah, it's getting to be a few decades ago, so I got to think about it. Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how this event has grown so much? We have so many different divisions, and Expo is getting bigger and bigger.
Yeah, you know, John, it's really impressive. You know, growth and not just in the open men's and the quality there, but you know the physique, classic physique, which I'll be doing the color commentary on tomorrow night. You know, the all of the women's divisions. I mean, it's amazing. You know, just the inclusion. You know, of the different physique types, and that's really what bodybuilding is all about.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's fantastic because they're bringing in so many different types of physiques, and it's open to so much part of the public now, where before it was just men's bodybuilding and women's bodybuilding. And now we've got so many people living that bodybuilding lifestyle that would never have done it before if they didn't have these different divisions.
That's right, and you know that's what bodybuilding is all about, is you know to improve your physique, to improve your health. You know, no matter what shape you're in or what body type you are, whether you're male or female, young or old, you can always improve with bodybuilding. That is the spirit of bodybuilding, and that's what we're trying to promote here at the Olympia.
Yeah, and you're living proof of that. 61 years old, young, right? 61 years young. So let's talk about the classic physique, because you're going to be commentating on that this weekend. That's really one of the most impressive and one of the more favorite physiques, or one of the favorite categories, I think, in the whole spectrum, because they're going back to the kind of look that we kind of had in the 80s and the 90s with the smaller waist. They're looking more for the symmetry and also an emphasis on the.
That's right, and what's really unique about the classic physique, which you don't find in the other men's categories, is that they have a weight to height ratio. So these competitors have to be very careful on where they put the muscle, because they only have a certain amount of body weight that they can qualify for at their height.
Yeah. And I remember when you were competing, Lee, you always said, this is bodybuilding, but you're trying to build the best body possible. It's not just the biggest body possible, it's the best body possible. Exactly. And you did that every year when you competed, and you didn't go for the size at the expense of the rest of your physique.
Well, that's exactly right. And I think that's muscular size and muscularity is a very, very important facet of bodybuilding and classic physique. But size, mass should not be pursued at the expense of all other characteristics of bodybuilding. You have to keep an eye on symmetry, proportion, you know, keeping the waist tight, you know, and developing the muscles in a aesthetically pleasing way.
Yeah. And you did that with your career because you were competing as a middleweight when you turned pro. And every year you were getting a little bit bigger, but it was always small improvements, and your physique was outstanding in other areas, and that's why you were, you know, runner-up twice and top 4 in the Olympia for, like, I think 7 years in a row.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that. You know, I was always giving away a 40-pound plus advantage, so I could not afford to mess up my conditioning. I had to make sure that I developed the most complete physique possible in order to compete against the bigger guys.
Yeah, well, that speaks volumes to what you did, right? Because you're competing at 175, 185, 190 pounds, and you're competing against guys who are so much bigger and beating most of them.
Thank you, John. I appreciate that.
So we got to talk about your son Hunter, because he'll be competing in his second Mr. Olympia this year, and I know you got to be excited for that.
It's hard to believe. I have to pinch myself sometimes, you know, and I tell people it's like capturing lightning in a bottle twice. But you know, really, is that God has blessed us twice, and it's very unusual to have a father-son team. The Olivas, the Sergio Oliva and Sergio Oliva Jr. are the other, but it's very unusual, and we are just very, very proud of him. I expect great things this weekend.
Yeah, it's great for me as an old-time bodybuilding fan to see someone like you that I grew up admiring, and now your son has progressed, and now he's in the pro ranks. It's never really happened before because, like you said, Sergio Jr. is doing it, but unfortunately his father is no longer with us. But you're right there with your son Hunter, and I know you're helping him, and you're behind him all the way in this, so it's so great to see.
It's really a blessing, and we're very, very grateful to all of the staff here, the team at the Mr. Olympia, Jake Wood, and the entire team for making this possible.
Yeah. All right, Lee, well, I'll let you go. I know you got a ton of fans over there still waiting to see you. I wish you the best this week for your son, Hunter. And also, good luck with the commentary this weekend with the Classic Physique.
Thank you, John. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Great seeing you, Lee. Take care.
Desce.
I'm on the hustle. It seems like there's never enough time in my days, but I'm striving to get closer to my goal. I'll let you choose. It takes proper nutrition, focus, and discipline. I'm building, so I'm up early. I'm eating right, putting in the work.
The pro debut of Mike Machine.
Trifecta is my ritual. Build yours. hustle. It seems like there's never enough time in my days, but I'm striving to get closer to my goals. I'll let you choose. It takes proper nutrition, focus, and discipline. I'm building, so I'm up early. I'm eating right, putting in the work.
The pro debut of Mike Machine.
Trifecta is my ritual. Build yours.
All right, this is John Hansen at the 2021 Meet the Olympians. I'm here with Zenobia Graham, who is our figure competitor. Zenobia, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I mean, I'm hungry and I'm tired, but I am ready to go.
Now, what Olympia is this for you?
This will be my third.
Your third, okay. How'd you do last year?
Last year I took fourth.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, it was good. Definitely good.
Did you watch the conference today?
No, I did not get to see it. I was in and out of sleep all day today.
Yeah.
But I'll make it up.
So what was your plan for this year, getting ready for the show? You placed in the top 4 last year.
I really loved my physique last year, just kind of fine-tuning, put a little size on in some areas, a little bit more on the conditioning, a little bit more focus on my posing, pretty much known for my posing, but I wanted to make sure midsection, everything is tight throughout all my transitions, and I think we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now with figure, what are the things they're looking for? I know they're looking for, obviously the overall symmetry, so they're looking for the shoulders, small waist.
Taper, nice small waist. Definitely conditioning. We don't want to be striated because that's not what we're looking for. But we definitely want some separation in the quads, obviously the shoulders, the back, hamstring, glute, tie-in.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, is that hard when you're doing your training and your diet and you're prepping for the show? Because we all want to push it to the limit, right? But you kind of got to hold back because you don't want to be that striated.
Yeah, very true. And it's, especially doing this for years, the body evolves. So that's one thing that you do have to be careful of, for sure.
Yeah, because as the muscles get more mature, they get that.
They do want to striate. Yeah, absolutely.
They get that harder look.
Exactly. Yeah.
So what body parts were you focusing on this year?
Glutes for sure. Glutes, hamstrings. Really focusing on my midsection, making sure it's tight. Yeah.
Did you do any other shows or just for the Olympia?
I did the Arizona Pro 4 weeks ago, and that went well. Took first.
Nice, congratulations.
Steam, thank you.
So you got the momentum going in.
A little bit, yeah.
So how do you feel going into this Olympia compared to the other ones?
Honestly, I feel really, really good about this one. Last year was a year of redemption for me. My first Olympia, I actually ended up being sick. It was a disaster. I wound up taking 16th. Moved up last year to 4th place. Completely different physique. And this year, I'm pretty sure that we topped last year's physique, so I'm excited.
Wow,
yeah.
So you went from 16th to 4th?
Yes. So nice jump.
Yeah, right. Well, listen, I know you're trying to get prepped for the show, so we wish you the best of luck, and we'll be looking for you this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. This is John Hansen at the 2021 Meet the Olympians. I'm here with the man himself, the president of the Olympia, Dan Solomon. Dan, congratulations on another great event.
John, thanks for being here covering this thing for us. I'm looking around this expansive Meet the Olympians event. We actually have outgrown so much space. We're rolling into all parts of the convention center, and there's lines everywhere. There's big crowds, so much excitement. This is one of my favorite nights of the event because, first of all, it's free to get in, right?
Yeah.
And they come from all over for their chance to meet their favorite bodybuilders, bikini stars, fitness models. Everybody's here, and it's just such a fun time because this is where we're not focused on sets and reps. We're not focused on call-outs. We're just here hanging out and spending time together, and it's a fun part of the weekend.
Yeah, and it's a big difference from last year. Obviously, we had the COVID problem last year, but what a huge turnout this year, and we got 2 big rooms of all to Meet the Olympians. So yeah, you're right. I mean, the lines for everybody, especially the more popular competitors, is great.
This is fun. Yeah, we're looking around, and even the not so popular competitors are drawing lines, and this is such a great chance for fans to come out. If you guys haven't been to the Olympia and you're home watching it, come out next year because it's a real chance for you to get to learn from your favorite bodybuilders and collect information, even sometimes exchange contact information. Friendships are born here every year, and there's so much more than just watching the show on stage. But we love it. We got a great team. We're kicking ass, and so far we're really proud of the weekend. And I think this is a weekend that we've all worked really hard to get to.
Yeah.
It's been a tricky year, and we just feel really good. We're back in Orlando, and the weekend is going to be exciting. A lot of good things to look forward to.
Yeah. Well, I really enjoyed that press conference today. That was awesome. You guys tried something different this year. Like Bob said, it was first time in 15 years that you changed the format.
So what you guys don't know is after last year's press conference, I walked out of that press conference and I was angry. I get angry sometimes, and I was angry. Everybody's looking at me, what are you so upset about? The press conference went fine. And I go, I am so sick and tired of watching the same thing 15 years in a row. Same format, same 30 bodybuilders on stage staring at the crowd, looking bored, tired, carb depleted, like they don't want to be there. And I said, we got to change this. We have to figure out another way to do this, to create moments, to create more interaction or something.
Yeah.
So we went to work, me and Tamer Ogindi, our producer, and Jake, and our whole team, we got together. We started throwing ideas around, and we built what we thought was a sort of a baseline format that would allow the athletes to have more moments. We didn't put any chairs on the stage. We wanted to create more opportunities for exchanges and interaction, and give the athletes their chance to be seen with their personalities, not just kind of stuck in a folding chair behind a table. So the feedback has been great. We're really proud of it, and I think we're going to build on it.
Yeah, I loved it because it was like you said, you could see the personalities. They came out there, it was just like one person versus the other. You didn't make it like a wrestling thing, like it wasn't but Bob did a great job with the moderating, and it was just great to see the different personalities that came out, from it.
Yeah, so what was your favorite moment, John, of the press conference?
I love when Breon took his shirt off. He looked fantastic.
So before the press conference, I talked to the group, and I said, over the years, guys stopped doing that. Suddenly it became trendy for them to just keep their clothes on and to feel like they were going to get penalized with the show if they revealed something too early. And I told them, I go, guys, that's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard. What happens here at this press conference is going to have no impact on what happens on that stage the way you're judged. Don't worry about the build-up, the anticipation. You got a sold-out, packed room filled with bodybuilding fans. Let them have fun. Have fun. Go out there. Take that shirt off. Show them the work. And if you look a little bit depleted or you look a little different than you might look in 2 days, so be it. Have some fun. It's not going to affect. So I was glad to see a few of the guys, they kind of took the advice and they showed their wares.
And Nick Walker did the same thing. I mean, to me, it just looked like those guys are so confident. They're ready to get it on. I'll take this thing off right now, and we'll, just show it right now.
Yeah, Nick's a popular guy, huh?
Yeah. And I loved his responses, too. You could tell he's got the confidence, so.
Yeah, you really can. That's the one thing you learn from the press conference is you can sense the confidence level. You know who I sensed a lot of confidence from today? Big Ramy.
Yeah.
He came out with a lot of swagger. You could tell he kind of feels good about his work, about what he's done.
Yeah.
And I think Ramy's feeling really good about his chances to defend. Of course, what Ramy does not know, and what none of us know, is how much work Hadi Choopan has done for his physique, and what Brandon Curry's going to bring, and what Nick's going to bring, and so many of these other guys. We don't know what William Bonak's going to look like. So, but Big Ramy's feeling pretty good about himself. You can tell.
Yeah, he just had that nice confidence where he came out and he was respectful to the other guys, and even when Bonak said something, he's like, "Oh, that's good," or something. He just laughed it off, but he did it all in good fun,
No, Ramy's got a lot of fans. I love the international flavor of the event now.
Yeah.
You look at all the contenders. They're from all around the world now, and that's really done a lot for the sport. It's done a lot for the IFBB Professional League. It's done a lot for the Olympia, and we just love to see the sport growing around the world. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, Dan, you're doing a fantastic job. I told you this before. You're bringing in new ideas, new things. You're trying new things. You can tell you're obviously a fan of the sport because you're bringing in new things. You love it. And we got a huge weekend this weekend.
John, one thing you and I have in common is we started doing this a long time ago. We don't want to age ourselves, but we started doing it a long time ago because we love this stuff. We were fans. I still get excited. I promote the show. I produce the show. I do all that stuff. But once it's showtime, I'm sitting there like a fan, and I'm so excited. And I love every piece of the production, the sound, the lighting. I love the whole process of watching the judging and the comparisons and the anticipation for who's going to win. No matter how much I do, no matter how many different roles I've gotten in this industry, I've never lost that. I know you haven't lost that. You're doing a great job. And our whole team is like that. Our producer, Tamer El-Gindi, is a former pro bodybuilder. Our Olympia coordinator, Angelica Nebbia, a former pro figure competitor. That's the way our team is built. We're built from people who have lived this life, and it's authentic to them. And they happen to also be damn good at what they do when it comes to event production. So it's a real nice situation.
Yeah, well, it's great. As a fan, I'm enjoying watching it every year, and you're doing a fantastic job. And I know you got a busy weekend this weekend, so thank you for having the time to come by and tell us what's going on. And I look forward to the next few days. It's going to be awesome.
And we're glad we can provide the free fan channel. That's really great. It gives people an opportunity to kind of get a sense for what's going on around here. Of course, if you want to watch the actual main event production, the pre-judging and the finals and all that, you have to order the premium package. And really, when you think about what you're getting, because the average person who's here is spending quite a bit of money, right, to be here, to travel here, and hotels and all that. And I know they have a great time. It's like one of those bucket list experiences. But if you're at home, order the package, watch the show. We have 11 IFBB Professional League divisions crowning their champions, and then over the next 48 hours. And it's going to be historic on many levels. We're giving away more money than we've ever given away. The stage production itself is going to knock your socks off, and I can't wait to show you guys what we've been working on. But click on over there, order the pay-per-view, and we'd love to hear what you think after the show.
All right, great. Dan, congratulations again on a great event, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend.
Thank you.
Buddy. All right, John Hansen here at Meet the Olympians 2021. I'm here with one of our top pro bikini competitors, Daraja Hill, a Florida resident herself.
Yes, I am from Jacksonville, Florida.
Now, Daraja, you have an amazing year this year. You got second in the Tampa Pro. So tell us about that experience, because there was some top Olympians in there, and you rose right to the top.
Oh my goodness. I continue to relive that. You know, there's been many cardio sessions since Tampa where I keep running that back and watching it back on YouTube because it's been something that's continued to inspire and motivate me and confirm that I am a top contender, as you said. So it was really cool.
So tell us a little bit about your career. How long have you been competing in pro bikini?
I did my first show, so pro bikini, I've been competing since 2019. I got my pro card at North Americans, which was in its time the largest show, but JM let me know my record was broken this past year.
Oh, really?
Yes, the last North Americans is now the largest NPC show, but I mean, considering the year we had last year, that's amazing to see those numbers climb back up. So yeah.
So in only 2 years now, you have risen right to the top here, and you are a top contender at the Olympia Bikini.
To hear that, I mean, I remember when I first started competing, to step on this stage was just a dream. And I didn't know how long it would take. I didn't even ask, but I knew that's what I wanted. So to be considered a top contender and to be back here, I am just so excited. Yeah.
So when was your very first bikini show?
It was in June of 2019 or 2018. Yes, I did the NPC Southeastern in Orlando.
Well, in only 3 years, you've gotten this far.
Yes, 3 years.
So what's the key to being a top bikini competitor? If you could tell some of our fans out there, some of the ladies that are going to interested in getting into this sport.
I think really the biggest key is staying in your lane and believing in yourself. And I know that's something that I feel like you hear a lot of people say, but you have to believe that you can be there one day, and to really not get distracted by timeline, because I think that can distract some people, not getting distracted by everybody else, someone else's journey, getting wrapped up in what you feel like your timeline should be. Just know that if you want it and you're willing to put the work in, the time in, it'll happen. It might happen in a year, it might happen in 3 years, but you can make it happen.
Yeah, that's a good point about watching other people, because with the social media thing, I can imagine that happens all the time now, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, that not only that instant gratification, especially these days, is big. And I think, I mean, anybody who's done a prep knows contest prep is the farthest thing from instant gratification you can get.
Right.
So if you can stick that out, you can keep going. Yeah.
And you've got a great coach with our friend Paul Revelia from Pro Physique.
Yes, we've been together since the beginning, and we've grown together in this, you know, coach and client. He's now become one of my closest friends as well. And so to share this with him is just awesome.
Yeah, 'cause he's been with you since the very start.
Yes.
So, how are you feeling now going into this weekend? You seem like you're great. You seem like you have a great attitude.
Yes, I feel amazing. I'm just so pumped. I feel like I keep saying excited. I wish there was another word I could use, but it feels different than last year. You know, it was the first one, and I was just happy to be there. This year, I feel like we have a little momentum. You know, putting us in that hopefully three. You know, top five at least. Make some noise. Yeah.
I could tell the confidence is brimming out of you, Daraj. I can see it. So
we woke up this morning feeling and looking the best I've looked ever.
Wow.
And seeing what happened with Tampa and knowing we're bringing something better just makes me eager to show the judges we did our homework. You know, so I'm excited. Yeah,
when you're ready to get up there, right?
Oh, I've been just antsy.
Well, we wish you the best of luck, Daraja. I think good things are going to happen for you this weekend, and it's now your time.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
All right. For Daraja Hill, competing in the Pro Bikini this weekend, this is John Hansen at the Meet the Olympians. All right, this is John Hansen at the 2021 Meet the Olympians. I'm with Margie Martin, who is our top contender, one of the top contenders for the women's bodybuilding division. How you doing?
Yes. Hi, how are you? I am doing wonderful. I feel amazing. This is the most amazing experience that you could ever do as a bodybuilder. This is the pinnacle of anyone's career, is to make it at the top. Love it. I'm excited. I want more of it. I'm excited, guys.
How many Olympias is this for you, Margie?
Oh my goodness, this will be my third. This is since they brought it back last year. Last year was my second. I placed second place, and I made it in my rookie year in 2014. But this will be my third time, and third time's a charm. Hopefully, I'm excited.
Now they tried something new at the press conference this year, and you were a part of that. How did you feel about that?
I thought it was really, it was interesting. It was a different way to be able to actually get to know some type of the different competitors. I just think that because bodybuilding is such a small sport and everything else, we do better to encourage each other to bring our best than diminish each other's work.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked the format, where they had the two people or four people, yeah.
And then everybody, instead of everybody just standing around watching everybody talk, oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I think when they did that before, a lot of people didn't get to talk to them, from the other divisions.
Yeah,
You're just talking more with the men's bodybuilding.
It was like, because everybody was just watching the men's bodybuilding and just like, okay, we'll get to talk. But yeah, I love the format where we can kind of get really like a little cheeky with each other. But
yeah, we got to see more of the personalities of the different competitors.
Yeah, a lot of the personality came out. Yeah, when we're hungry, we're tired, and we just want to work out. We just want to get this over with and show our display of our work.
Yeah. Well, you showed a lot of confidence today at that press conference, I thought.
I have a lot of confidence because I did the work.
Yeah.
I did the work. I'm so excited about the improvements. I'm so excited to show everyone. I'm so excited. I'm like, I can't sleep. I'm trying. It's like Christmas. It's like Christmas for me, yeah.
So what did you do in the last year to make the improvements? I mean, you were second last year, so.
Yeah, to make an improvements, it's really about getting that detail, really about taking yourself and looking past what your physique is. You're like, I can't get any better, but you always have to say, yeah, you can get better. And then so you just keep going, and then your body does get better. Yeah.
So with women's bodybuilding, you think it's the combination of the shape, the size, and the conditioning?
Shape, size, conditioning, and I think sometimes what I like to add is the pageantry, is to make sure that you have the feminine flow, and you can also show people that you can have such beautiful round muscle bellies and still take care of yourself in the feminine wiles. Yeah.
How important is the posing to you? Posing routine.
The posing routine is actually important because if you got to nail it, you got to nail the posing because you can lose in a shot just not knowing how to display your physique. I've been a victim of not being able to display my physique in the proper way too. So, you got to know how to pose this physique. Yeah.
Well, we wish you the best of luck coming in as a runner-up last year, and you're trying to take the title this year. So we wish you the best of luck.
Excited, guys, and I know that you're going to be excited for me. So. Yes, do it.
All right. For Margie Martin, competing in the women's bodybuilding division at the Miss Olympia this year, this is John Hansen at Meet the Olympians.
Thank you.